Hi, welcome back to Wine Mastery. We're going to be tasting a Primitivo. So this particular wine was recommended by a viewer, Mr. Tim Ford. Thanks very much, Tim, for recommending it to us. So he suggested we did a review on the Chateauneuf de Pape. He agreed with our review of that. We didn't think too much of it, nor did he. And he said this is the wine, his go-to wine at the moment. So it's available in the UK through Majestic. And just a quick thank you to Jodie, who served me in the Huddersfield branch of Majestic. Gave me great service, so thank you for that. And we are going to give it a go and see what we think about it. Now, Tim was a little bit concerned that we think it's rubbish, and he liked it. And I think, as I said to him in the comments, it doesn't really matter. There's only one person that knows whether it's a good wine from that person's point of view, from your own point of view, and that's you, isn't it?
Indeed it is. We say this all the time. It's very subjective. It's a mood thing. There's so many elements that can come into how you're enjoying your wine, or what makes you think it is good wine. In my tastings, I say it many times, if a bottle of wine is £5 and you like it, it's a good bottle. That's how simple it is. But we can get caught up in things. But no, let's give it a go, John.
Let's give it a go. Okay, so let's look at the colour.
So we're looking. Oh, look at that. It's a purple. Is that purple hue there, John? That looks like purple to me.
Looks like a purple hue to me.
And we like the purple hue. Always makes me know I'm going to enjoy this wine. Right, let's give it a all go on the nose.
Okay.
We both did that. That is...
Yeah.
That's my kind of wine. What I'm getting from that is...
You're going to get oak, aren't you?
I'm getting oakey and smoky.
Oakey and smoky.
And
yeah.
I think there might be something underlying there, but that's all I need is oak and smoke. And
do you know what I get? Just like like cherry pie when it just comes out of the oven. It's actually not sort of full on until you crack open the pastry, and it's just that sort of subtleness of cherry.
Okay, hey, I live with that, John.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking for that. I'm just so happy with that oaky smoky. I can't wait any longer, John.
We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go. And one thing that we've tasted a few wines tonight, and the first thing I'd like to say, the difference about this wine is the mouthfeel. So I just noticed that very silky, lush sort of mouthfeel it has, and a bit more weightiness.
You know it's there. It's not just like a...
Yeah.
This isn't one where we've described this as like a quaffing or, not slugging as such, but this one commands that a little bit more respect, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And the length is reasonable, actually. It's still there. It's still...
See, that is just right up my street. That is my thing. And so, and as such, like, I am really gonna enjoy this without...
Well, Primitivo is oh, bless you. Bless you. You need another one now. There you are. What did I tell you?
Excuse me, sorry. It's a second time.
That was 3 times.
Oh,
so Primitivo is made with the Zinfandel grape. Obviously, it does tend to taste a lot different than its California, where a lot of it's grown in California. Obviously, in Italy, it's got a different climate, it's got different earth, so that gives the berries different flavours. But this is very nice, and I'm really surprised you like this because obviously your favourite is Rioja.
Yeah.
And I don't relate this to Rioja.
I get perhaps the oakiness is what I'm getting from that, which I would relate to a Rioja.
Yeah.
The smokiness is never in the Rioja, but this just works for me.
Yeah.
This is how much was this, John?
This was $12.99.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
I mean, that $12.99. I was just thinking of the price and the kind of quality which we're getting at.
To be fair to them, if you buy a box of 6, it doesn't have to all be the same wine, but from Majestic, you buy a pack, so this goes down to $10.99.
Okay.
Which I think is about an 18% discount or something.
You don't think it is, you know it is. You know exactly how much it is. But okay. See, but I'm really liking it. That's because this is my thing, and I'm, again, in that mood for this. I'd be happy with that price. I wouldn't... I'd be happy to pay that.
And it is... The taste is very, very fruitful. When you first take the sip, that fruit really explodes into your mouth, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely... Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's black cherry or red cherry. I'd say red cherry, actually.
See, I would have said black cherry.
Really?
Yeah, sorry, I was going to
No, I
would have said it was the darker, deeper black cherry.
Right.
I don't know. It's the weightiness that's in there.
yeah.
It's definitely a cherry, though. There's no two ways about that. But I'm still concentrating far too much on the oakey, smoky stuff, which I'm more than happy to do. That just suits me down to the ground.
Yeah, it's got a nice aftertaste of that. And it gives it a sort of sophistication, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said at the beginning, there's that weightiness and there's more there.
Yeah.
More mouthfeel.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's move on to pairing.
Okay. I've already made my mind up with this one, and I would have recommended it before with many Riojas, but the cave age grew, yeah. And I'll keep coming back to it, but I can't think of anything that would suit it better. The little salt crystals in there, the oniony richness of it, a good book, bottle of that, a bowl of that, you're away.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. You could just drink this on its own, couldn't you? Actually, as well as with cheese. So very nice, as you say, to just sit down just sit down and enjoy a good book and this. I would actually go with this. I think just on the edge of saying whether it would go with a steak. But if you had a nice steak that didn't have any sauce on it, so it was just steak and with salt on it, and I think the salt and the tannins would balance that out and convert that quite well. And I think the two would blend together quite nicely. I'm just gonna stick with that. I think you could go for a stew. I think it's got enough in there to support the stew.
Yeah, definitely.
If you were going for that. Anything else you'd think?
Food wise, no. I like when you say stew. I do love the idea of that. I'm dribbling a little bit there because
a stew with potatoes in, some meat and potatoes and carrots and
hearty.
Yeah, hearty.
Because that's the wine is hearty. So those two together, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent. Well, fantastic. Well, go on to the score then.
Okay. Now
$12.99.
That's the immediate thing that I'm thinking about. We've tasted a few this evening, so we have to be fair with such a thing. Considering what we've had, considering how good that is, but also I'm a bit selfish in this respect because that does really suit me. That is my style, so I'm obviously going to go a little higher. So
okay, I'll turn around while you give the.
So everything again taken in there. My style of wine, they pulled it off very well. What they did, although it's $12.99, so it's on the higher end of most people's everyday drinking. Most people's everyday drinking. So I'm going to be fair with this, and I'm going to give it a straight. There we go.
A straight. That's a bit of a giveaway. I'm guessing. I could guess what you gave it now, but anyway.
Just give it. Come on.
I'm going to give 79.
I said 80.
That's what I thought you did when you said straight 80.
I didn't even think. I think it deserves 80. I mean, the 80 is not a bad score. 80 is a very good score.
It's not.
It's just when we bring $12.99 into it, especially this evening when we taste other things which have been far better priced.
And I can hear you almost saying, well, should that take into account? Because you should be sort of isolating each of them individually. But actual fact, even the experts don't do that.
No,
even the masters of wine get influenced by the situation they're in and the wines they've just tasted.
And we would have done from different videos anyway.
Yes.
Do you remember that one we had at that price?
Yeah.
So I think it's completely fair what we've done.
Yeah. Okay, great stuff. Okay, so until the next time, guys, when we'll be drinking one wine, maybe a Zinfandel, maybe a Primitivo, maybe some wine we've never heard of before.
Who knows?
But we'll be there for you, doing our bit for you. Chin chin.
Chin chin.